Hello and welcome to episode 5. I am the Scorpion Intuitive, and today I am welcoming everyone into Pluto in Aquarius. Today I am bringing forth in episode 5, exposing the illusions of fear itself, as the Reaper of Illusions has shown me that there is a lot of fear that is going to be removed, for we bring forth that very perspective and interpretation of identifying and understanding what is fear. Now, we all know that fear is expectations appearing real. So getting a hold of our expectations and understanding that it is only a perspective, it is going to help identify and bring in that truth. Now, it is very important to know what Pluto in Aquarius means. Now, Pluto in Aquarius is a dismantling and the resistance to the powers that be. Now, that is going to bring forth an exciting new chapter that is going to help us connect to our true passions and dreams. And it is also bringing in a transformation shift that is going to be up until year 2043. So we've got a ways to go. Now it is emerging to bring forth this creation of new leads into lifestyle shifts, changing our lifestyles. We are moving into a transformation of spiritual evolution, and it is a huge new era and radical redefining of power structures as we usher in this new future. All right, so I expressed in my community page, if you haven't checked it out, please do so, for I write a lot and I also interpret a lot of my frequencies and vibrations through the echoes from the atmosphere in writing, as well as in music and entertainment and videos and pictures, whatever it may be. I try to bring to you, the listener, as I am bringing in these energies that are coming in from the atmosphere way before it even comes to planet Earth. And so we have about, and I have figured this out now over the years of practicing energy work, that I am given precognition, so that means I see ahead of time. And so if you're looking to see and hear and feel the vibrations that are coming in before they actually get here, I am the channel you want to subscribe to. Now, that's not me bragging about anything. That is just me stating a fact. Now, I receive it beforehand, and there's many of us that do, and I've stated this in other videos of mine. Now, I've also brought to the awareness of dream interpretations and how important it is and the significance of our dreams. Now, why do I interpret dreams, and why have I for many, many years? Because half of our lives are in dream state. And so I have a huge exploration of my dreams, and I have trained and I've practiced and I have identified possible themes and messages and understanding of the dream realms, and also my presence in the dream realms as well. Now, if we understand the unconscious mind, we know that it is an important part of our lives, and it is through the understanding and also the combination of our waking state and the potential and the significance of this information process that comes through our dreams. Now, I have had an enormous amount of dreams in the past of saving people from terror or things that are very frightening. Now up until the other day, I was a little bit unsure to why all of my dreams were about me basically helping others in these very terrifying moments or frightening experiences. And it became part of my healing process. As I have mentioned in videos at the beginning of my channel, you'll see that I talk about complex PTSD and how nightmares and dreams were frequent for me and very significant in my healing process, and understanding my unconscious mind, for it was affecting my waking state tremendously, where to the point where I had a hard time even being in the physical plane of existence. I had to merge both together for understanding, because there was so much happening in my dream realms that I couldn't ignore that. And so that is why I'm bringing forth my dream that I had the other night, and I am going to be bringing up these dreams as they come, because I am being shown to show you those dreams from my perspective, and you, the listener, can take it or leave it. It is totally up to you. As you know, we all have free will. All right, so the majority of us dream, and most of us are either understanding them and take the time to understand them, or there are those that just do not care. Now, I am talking to those that believe in the significance of dreams. And I know, because I've been on this road, that it is a road to the unconscious, and it is our significance to our unconscious thoughts, feelings, and desires, and the depths of our thoughts and feelings and ideas. And our conscious mind is not a locked vault, and nothing we place there is ever truly hidden from view. And so when we have difficult distressing our thoughts and ideas, they often show up in different ways, such as through our dreams. Now, for me, the other night, like I mentioned, I had a dream of sharks, and I also am going to go into more depth about that dream and how I interpret this dream to be able to bring it to you, the listener. All right, so I'm going to start with the theme of my dream the other night, and it was me at first observing a bunch of people in water surrounded by sharks. And as I seen through the window, I immediately went out to rescue them. Now, once I got out to them in the water, I seen the panic and the terror within them, and I had to reassure them that they were going to be safe and to follow me back to shore. Now, I woke up as soon as I was bringing them back to shore. Now, I had a bit of fear within me, and I had to laugh at that, because a lot of my dreams, like I mentioned, are about saving people in frightening and in dangerous situations. So I'm going to break down the things that stick out to me in this dream. Now, sharks. Now, if we interpret the meaning of sharks in a dream, there are many varieties of meanings and interpretations. However, generally sharks represent fears and anxieties, and also it represents fierceness, and it is also about a sense of strength and bringing forth the unconscious through the focus and willpower of our beliefs. Now, if I was to look at the meaning of dreams of swimming with sharks, it would be a sense of danger or vulnerability in one's waking life. Now, I didn't feel danger or vulnerable in this situation. I was actually shown not to be fearful because I've been trained not to have fear, for I have experienced many multiple near-death experiences. And so when you are in that form of state of mind, you go into survival mode. So you'll do anything to survive. And so for me, I was shown many times through all of my dreams that my faith is what has brought me out of these moments of fear. And so that is why I am calling out fear. And in this dream, I was shown that these people had fear, and I was to help them get out of that fear. So if we look at the meaning of fear, like I did to interpret this dream, it is an unpleasant emotion or thought that accompanies being frightened or worried of something happening or might happen. And that is why it is an expectation, because it hasn't even occurred. It hasn't occurred yet. So when fear arises, it is an emotional, psychological, and physical, real or imagined state. Now, whether it is real or not, these emotions arise. So if we were looking at fear as emotions, such as I mentioned, as dangerous or bad, you give in to the energies of fear. Now, when I was swimming out to save these people, I did not have fear, because I knew in my heart and in my emotions and in my thoughts that I had faith, because I know I've been saved before many of times, so why wouldn't I be saved this time? So that innate within me, that sense of faith conquers, and through that I eliminate, or through my faith I eliminate that fear. And so there was no fear, and I've had those dreams over and over again, where I would just get into these states of terror and fear, and I would face them head on, and I would help others get out of that. And so if I also look at the significance of now water, because water is something that is huge in many, many people's dreams, it is symbolic of our emotions during our waking life. Now, prior to having this dream, every time I ask something before I go to sleep, I get an answer through my dreams. Now, if you're not practicing that, I would encourage you to practice it. Just try it. Just try asking some questions before you go to sleep, and hopefully you'll be shown in your dream state, like I have been, what those answers are. So for me, water is huge, because it's always in water. A lot of my safety rescues is in water, and so when I look at that, it is symbolic of emotions. And if I look at the dream that I had, the emotions that I was having in the dream was intense to get out there, because I had to save these people from the sharks. And so in my waking state, that is very true, because I had a near-death experience where I had to have complete faith, and I also had an enlightenment and an awakening to fear itself and how to conquer it. And so that is why I continue to be shown that fear is an illusion, and I am a reaper of illusions. And so through our subconscious mind and our intuition, water is associated with fertility and creativity, as well as emotional well-being. It is also about renewal and purity and new endeavors. And so that is perfect timing for Pluto in Aquarius. Now, for me, water has been very emotional for me because I had a near-death experience in the water where I almost drowned. Now, speaking of symbolic, that is my, your emotions. And I physically did almost die in my waking state in an ocean. And so for me, I was shown over and over a lot of dreams where there was water. And it is, like I said, symbolic to our emotions. And so also having complex PTSD, I had to relearn how to regulate my emotions. And through a process of many years of therapy and practice in different realms such as yoga and martial arts and art and Tai Chi and Qigong and meditation, and the list just goes on and on and on, because I went into complete determination and surrendering to a divine will rather than my will. And when I did that, I was shown exactly the areas that I needed to heighten and also bring in to my reality. And so now what I am bringing forth is this prophetic meaning of water. Now, if I look at what it means prophetically, it means salvation and eternal life. And for me, I have experienced the divine one-on-one when I had that near-death experience in the water. Now, it is about salvation and eternal life. So if we look at illusions of fear now through this dream, it is about knowing that we have eternal life. And I know that. And that is what makes me fearless, because I know that there's life after this life. And so when we feed that fear of this is the only life we have, we feed that fear. So we need to open up to the possibilities of the salvation of eternal life. And I am speaking from the other side and from other realms, and to bring in this awareness that we go on and on and on. Now, that doesn't mean we can do things that are harmful. No, there is a divine will that is in place, and it is to live righteously. So living righteously brings in salvation and mercy and eternal life, and it is through faith. Faith is what is going to bring us out of the illusions of fear. All right, so that was my dream that I had the other night, and I am so pleased to bring forth more dreams, for I know again that the dream realms, the subconscious mind and our intuition is wanting us to awaken to the deepest recesses that are possible to bring in the new endeavors to come. All right, so that is episode 5. Thank you for listening to the Scorpion Intuitive. I will see you in episode 6. Oh, and by the way, I'm also bringing in another segment, for I just have so many ideas that are being brought to me. And the new segment is all about coming full circle and reawakening the soul, for it is clear that there is a seat at the table when you are ready to seek what is seeking you. And what is seeking you is you. So that is going to be a whole new episodes as well, a new segment to the Scorpion Intuitive, and it is called Reawaken the Soul with Shaman Shell. So look forward for that, and I will see you soon. If you're picking up what I'm laying down, I encourage you to like and subscribe and share. I'm so pleased to be here and that you are too.